as a leader, I believe the most important part of leading is providing that, providing back, mentoring people and helping people. Talent Stacker gives me the first line of support of like helping people so I can grow better. I want to be able to answer those questions so I can actually become a better professional. And I want to help the people around me grow because, again, there may be a point in my career where there's a talent stacker that came in after me is going to be my hiring manager, right? I'm a Salesforce consultant and a independent contractor as well. I work independently as a 1099 consultant for a consulting firm, and I've worked with independent clients in the past. But as I progressed in my career, I wanted to sort of drill down on my knowledge because I want to follow the architect path. And as of right now, it's learning as much as possible based on the kind of projects I'm working on. So the Career Advancement Program definitely gives me a more thorough look at everything I needed to sort of progress in my career path. There's a little bit of overlap. There are some things from the Talent Stack career program that are in the Career Advancement Program, but they are set up a certain way to sort of guide you and to give you that second look of now that I'm at X, Y, Z point in my career, now I know that the importance of this and how to better utilize it. Initially, I joined the program to get the get sort of the documents. I spoke to Bradley about wanting to be an independent contractor and not knowing how to start. We read his career stories about him working 20 hours a week, making 225, and that sounds absolutely crazy. I'm have a family. I'm a single father of three, and in my mind, I'm like, I want to take back as much power in my career and autonomy in my free time. So that was the first place I started looking. I started looking at all the contracts, all the documents, reviewing some of the stuff I didn't have experience with. And then I looked back at some of the things that I've already looked at so I can get a second perspective as a now Salesforce professional versus an entry-level Salesforce person that you hear all these terms, your statement of work, requirement gathering, you have your fixed fee and your different kind of contracts. You hear all these things in the consulting world, but unless you work at sales or PM or somebody that has hands on that, you really don't understand, right? So having that contract in front of me, being able to edit it with my business logo, being able to change certain things, and being able to have a format that is user-friendly and understandable, plus having someone like Bradley explain it to you definitely made a huge difference in me accepting my first project and completing it and having all that on record. It talks about, I guess, what a lot of people and companies call soft skills, which I think are more vitally important than any of the technical skills you may have, right? Because again, just like you said, we have your time management, we have assertiveness, we have communication, we have taking notes, all of these things that a lot of people look at as basic and that you should have to get in the job, but a lot of people definitely need to drill down on, even myself. There's this part of self-evaluation that I take almost daily, and reviewing those courses made me sort of look at things I could do better, I'm doing right, or I'm completely failing at, and I need to prove on, and I can bring that into the workplace and become a better professional. So I look at everything in terms of ROI. A lot of people want to expedient, immediate ROI today, and I don't think that's ever impossible with most things that are worth anything, right? So I look at it as ROI down the road. I definitely didn't see the value at the beginning, but 6 months down the road, reviewing these stuff, I saw how it impacted my career. And then I saw the biggest thing, the same with the first program, that community definitely gave me an impact in my career. I know some of the lessons I had to learn when becoming a professional was first how to properly network, how to properly ask for questions, and how to accurately say no. And I think those 3 things will take a lot of new people very far in their career, because we hear about networking, but your first network when you come to Salesforce community is either, if you come traditionally, your job, right? Maybe your user group, but if you come to Talent Stack, you have over 1,000 people that are either in your shoes or trying to move forward. And now this brings it up to a smaller group of about 400 to 500 people that have done the same thing as you, who are actively doing the work. That pays itself off now, because there's a lot of people that have done our role, but there's only a small group of us that have been in the same position as us, and that pays itself off immediately. There's so many different groups, there's so many different directions. It's like, without somebody to talk to, it's hard. And like, at the entry level, which no matter how many certs I have 1 year of experience. I am entry level. At the entry level, it's very hard out there to get in, and Bradley has a proven method of getting people into those entry level jobs. As you progress, a lot of the people that are going to be giving you advice have been in the Salesforce community 5, 10, 15 years plus. That advice doesn't always translate to what is happening in real time. And again, what you have right now is people living the advice that they're preaching in real time. Bradley's experience when he first joined the community is completely different than what you and I are dealing with. And we can see that firsthand and share that knowledge with other people around us. Like having our private group and being able to speak with other professionals that went down the same road as you has definitely helped. That have definitely have about the same amount of experience, done about the same things, and have insight from different perspectives that we can share with each other privately and have that honest feedback and peer review. For myself, where I'm not as involved as some members sort of physically, I love to be able to work in the background. People have reached out, point them in the right direction, and sort of be that guidance that we've all needed and wanted when we started our career. That community will make a big difference in your career, and the resources that are provided, which are grown upon every day by Bradley and the team. I think that if you want to become a better professional, if you're happy where you're at, that's understandable. Maybe you can't justify that money or how much it costs, but if you want to actually make a difference in your career and progress forward, and you're looking for that financial independence, you want to catch a fire, and you want to be the professional that you've always envisioned, I think it's paramount that you join and have that community around you, because unlike some of the other communities, these are people that are always accessible, that are always going to be there for you, that understand what you went through and willing to help each other. We have our big Ohana, but this is an even smaller family that are here to work together and here to work with you. Being a better father, right? I get to take my kids to school and pick them up every single day. I haven't missed a graduation, like kindergarten graduation. Before, like, I grew up in an African family, military. I was like, ooh, kindergarten graduation. But like to be there and see how happy she is made a world of difference. I got to go to field trips. I got to go to PTO meetings. I got to go to all this stuff. And this career provided me that. Obviously, there's things like money and blah, blah, blah. But family is first. And then on top of that, I got to meet so many great people. Like I'm definitely wearing my TDX 2022 shirt. Salesforce Military allowed me to go to San Francisco. They paid for the trip and meet all these amazing people that I've only seen online. And to be a part of a community and be so far embedded so early in my career means a lot to me. Because again, the one thing I preach personally that I think a lot of people know is authenticity, right? We can be whoever we want to be. Everybody wants to be the paramount professional, but I think that starts with being the best version of you possible. First, I'm always authentic, and if you are having an issue with that, because everybody doesn't have this brash A-type personality, the Talent Stacker program allows you a place to be authentic, post your comments, say what you need to say, and go back and be the professional you need to be. And that means the whole world to me.